Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be demonstrating how to build a cardboard shoe. You're going to need cardboard, scissors, pencil, box cutter, duct tape, placemat, and all the different pieces of your paper prototype that have been deconstructed that are going to be ready to use as a template to trace. Your first step is to lay out all the paper pieces of your paper prototype and trace them. You'll notice some of these pieces I've combined together or kept together. The right and left side and back counter of my shoe are all combined because that can be all one piece to help you wrap around your shoe. After tracing all your pieces, cut it out. After cutting out all your pieces, you're ready to start assembling your shoe. You'll notice that I have several soles here. The purpose of that and the additional heels is to assemble for extra cushion and or support. So what I usually recommend is you take the different soles and stack them on top of each other, and then take just the heels and create kind of a lift to that, and then put one more on top. So then you kind of have a tapering effect from being really high here to a lot narrower here. If it's a basketball shoe, you might need more support here. If it's more of a casual shoe, you might have less support. Kind of depends on your style. When you're hot gluing, be sure to work on a piece of cardboard or additional edge or material so you're not damaging the table. And I would recommend you go all along the outside edge of each sole and then immediately putting it on top of each other. The glue will dry quickly, so you have to work quickly. Be sure to condition your shoes. It's gonna be really stiff and not really curved with your sole. So what I recommend you do is put it against the table and kind of fold it so it starts to curve, or go back and forth like this. And that's gonna start to allow your shoe to curve a little bit more organically. I'd recommend you do the same thing on both sides because you're gonna need it to curve in and out. And then when you're done, you're gonna have a shoe that's much more flexible and not so stiff, and be able to curve around with the sole of your shoe. Once I have my soles all glued together, you might consider curving up the front toe or edge of your sole to take into account the shoe that lifts up as it comes towards the top. But you're gonna need you and your partner to kind of help each other hold in place and then duct tape the inside of that so it can become secure. All right, so I've got my duct tape applied to the inside in order to hold this piece in place. You'll also notice there's some gaps here where that duct tape's not holding down. That's when you can put a little bead of hot glue here and hold it down to hold it into place. Another option is to add duct tape like such to hold it into place, and then come with another edge and cover that up so it's not visible. But if you're gonna have any duct tape exposed at the bottom, I want the whole thing covered with duct tape like such. Or maybe you glue another sole down to hide it. You can't have any duct tape visible. When you're ready to add pieces on the top part of your shoe, like your toe box or your tongue, I would recommend you add tape like this, and then you can kind of put your hand underneath it and have your tape ready to go so it can fit into place. Then you can hide front parts like that with that gap with a piece of trim that's coming around the front. Once you've added trim pieces all the way around your shoe, you've added counters and you've added overlays and you've added collars and you've added all these sculptural details that come forward and pop out to make your shoe not look flat, then you can start to consider paint decorations and Sharpie decorations. Before painting, I would heavily recommend that you use masking tape to tape off certain edges. So if I'm painting red here and I get outside the lines, my shoe is protected by masking tape, which would then later be removed when I'm done. I wouldn't take the risk. I would tape off areas before you paint to create a high quality, crisp line. And that is how you create a cardboard, very creative, very high quality shoe.